that should be it right there. Hey, how's everybody doing? Let's get over to that. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing good. I'm trying something touch different here on the chat, and we're going to see if this works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Hi, Dan from Jerry. It's not working. Oh, well. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Ben, Craig, Kathy. Good to see y'all. Hope everybody's doing good. I don't think I've got anybody on YouTube watching, but I'll leave that kind of open on the side anyway. But I need to be able to see this, don't I? So used to multi-monitors at the TV studio. Excellent. Actually, I can close this and edit view docs chat, because that does the same thing that this one does, which is not work anyway. So, one more time and then just get to work, right? Chat. That should be it right there. Fantastic. And slide this one over to here so I can see it. And now I can see the whole thing. But it's interesting, it's still on that, is it? Or is that just me? Alright, so yeah, you guys are seeing the right thing. Awesome. Hope everybody's doing great today. I'm going to get back to working on this. For those that may have missed it over the past couple days, I am working on a Viking Lund stool, which looks suspiciously like it's only going to be half the browser there, but in this upper part of that website there, that's the seat top of a stool that was found in the 11th century, or dated back to the 11th century. And as you can see from that picture below, it's just just a simple little three-legged stool. It's something I've been wanting to build for a while, and I figure I can do it just out of some basic wooden stuff that I have sitting around the house. And with everything going on, I don't know, let's see if that comes up anyway. A YouTuber by the name of Rex Kruger. He's got a great little channel called Rex Figures It Out. It's all about woodworking. He's got a great little playlist for using really basic tools as well, so you can get going on it. But he's got this video that he put out the other day where he makes that stool there out of just out of a 2x4. He glued up the seat top. I figure I'll use a spare piece of 2x8. But anyway, let's get off of that for a second. Back to there. And back to there. Hey Corey, how you doing? 24 hours on that tee, huh? I'm looking forward to going out and finding some of that material myself. So, over the past couple of days, I took the or past couple of streams. It started last week. I took a piece of 2x12. 2x8, sorry, cut it, planed it down, cut it into the three legs, and finished that up yesterday. Bored myself just a quick test hole, just in a piece. I'm gonna have to cut the real seat, but yeah. So that's the first leg. I figure at this point that's close enough. I'm gonna want it to come through a little bit more, but that'll be close enough at least for now until I get the actual seat drilled. so that I can then fine tune the legs. But I figured today I'll go ahead and try to carve down the other two legs for the moment, get them to kind of roughly fit this hole, and then we'll see what we got for time from there. It's 4:30 now Eastern, and yeah, so we'll go from there. I've got most everything I need out. I did mean to grab something to mark the circle with, though, which I don't think I have a good thing here for it. Do I have anything over here? You know what I got? Let's see. That'll be good. So, let's see. I did that on... I don't necessarily know that it matters too much, but we're going to go on this end here, and for this we will use this pencil here because it's going to be a little bit heftier than the other. And this is just going to give me a target to plane into. I was thinking about this last night a little bit too, that I wanted to make the legs about 18 inches. I've got a chair over here, and it's the seat top is just about 18 inches off the ground. So I cut these to 20-ish inches because I figured I'd be cutting some off it. And what I didn't remember to take into account is the thickness of the board. So I'm kind of glad I left them a little bit long. I mean, as is, this is, let's see. Obviously I cut that angle in at a weird angle, but I mean, yeah, that's still about 20 inches, so I guess I cut these a little bit longer. These are 20, and with the top of the wood, that's 20. So that'll give me a little bit to trim, which will be a bonus. Get my phone away from the edge of the table. And what did I do here? I did about 8 inches down, roughly. Yeah, about 8 inches. Anybody else have some good plans going on today, or we went and did a little bit of grocery shopping earlier, a little bit for Mom, a little bit for us. The store was a lot quieter than it had been the past couple of weeks, which was kind of nice. It was a market basket, so I didn't want to kill too many people. Did a little bit of sweeping before going live. All right, so we are going to go back to the draw knife. See how she goes. All right. All right, so this one becomes a push. Lazy day. Lazy days are good, that's for sure. Took me a while to get going today too. Further down on that than I anticipated, but whatever. So the other two, hey Deb, hey Rob. Deb, in theory, this one's is going to YouTube as well, which means it should be out there for posterity. Grain changed direction. High spots on this side. splinter I just got somewhere. Did you come from? There you are. And there you go. See if it automatically reconnected. Yeah, we'll just keep going for a bit, and if it works, it works. If not, it doesn't, and we'll go from there. Hypothetically, it does look like it's working over on the YouTube page. Which I suppose doesn't help if you don't know what the YouTube page is, but you know, we'll go from there. Be curious to see if it comes back or not. It looks like it might have. Maybe it came back on a different stream. I think I just saw some sort of post. Let's try clicking over on this and see what happens. It's definitely running slower today. This is definitely like wood planning, where I can probably get way too far ahead of myself on it. Trying to see, it looks like it on Facebook, it might have started a new one. Mike, did I see that you were out there? Yeah, maybe I'm back. I don't know. It looks like it froze again. We might just call it a wash for the day. find the right grain direction. Yeah. I don't know. I know that people are joining again, but it looks like I keep freezing. Or actually, is this just on my end that I keep freezing, or are you guys seeing it? Because I keep seeing people join in. Do. Yeah, I mean, I keep seeing people join in, so I don't know. We'll just keep going. You tell me if I'm freezing or if it's still working well. Maybe if I drop this to there for me. See what happens. Claudia, how are you doing today? Yeah, no, all I needed was a refresh on my side. Now I'm seeing it again, but a little thick there. But all right, well, we're just going to keep going then. Bang, we're going to call that one mostly done. And these legs look nothing alike, but whatever. We'll trim them up. We'll make them look pretty later. Right. So out there. Oh yeah, this is where I screwed that up, didn't I? Well, that's good. I didn't screw it up too bad. I drew out on the other end, but measured the 12 or the 8 inches from that end. Now, if I had a pole lathe, sounds like the peanut gallery upstairs is sleeping. I saw that you had a fairly successful D&D game the other night, though, Claudia. Is that correct? You guys slayed a, yeah, y'all slayed a dragon out there. That's pretty nifty. And I think you said that was with roll 20. Have you tried any of the other tabletop sims? With Discord for voice, yeah. That's what it seems like everybody has been doing lately, is going that route, kind of like what we had done that one time, I believe. I'm thinking about maybe trying to get a mouse guard game going. I've been kind of working on a Roll20 play space for it. I don't know if that's the right terminology or not, but doesn't have to get too terribly fancy with maps or anything like that, but I've got one with the map of the territories right now, and I don't know how much you know about the system itself, but it has uses conflicts as opposed to, you know, like any sort of straight up fighting or anything like that. Though a conflict could also include more than just fighting. It could be like a travel conflict, or travel, it could be combat, it could be trying to talk a crowd down, an order conflict, I believe is what it's called. But anyway, it uses a kind of this rock, paper, scissors sort of system, if you will. And I was putting together a playmat essentially for that, using the cards, the card system within it, within Roll20. Starting to figure this out a little bit better. Not bad, a little closer. Could come down a little bit, but I definitely don't have any sort of symmetry going onto these legs whatsoever. But I think once I clean up the top some, then I'll be able to finish off that symmetry going on. Getting brushed over there, and I'll grab it later. The dustpan itself is upstairs. Yeah, I definitely have to work on that skill for sure. But at the moment, let's call that somewhat complete. Boom. Put that sharp tool away for the moment. My spoke shave that needs a little bit of TLC. We might play with a little bit of sharpening maybe later this week. Yes, a chaos tool indeed. Clean this off, and then I'm going to see what I can do about actually working on the tabletop, on the seat top. Yeah, they're a little. There we go. A little wonky each other, but you know what? This is the first one, and I don't think it's going to be the last one. Yeah, look at this one, how much it curves in. But I think I rotated each one of those each way. So, yeah, we're gonna call those rough for now, and then we'll make them look better in a little bit. Let me grab another piece here. See if this is. Yeah, this one's got a big old crack down the middle. We got here, got a big old knot. I think this is my piece for the seat top. A bit of a crack there. A bit of a knot there, but I think if I use this piece of it here, I've got a knot there that I can avoid. By cutting it there, I'll avoid that knot. Bang, bang. A little surface going on there, but I think once it all planes up, it'll be in good shape. So let me get that saw. Going on. The other problem with maybe running a game right now, at least for me, is that I'm still working both my jobs. Both of them are needed. So see? Remember when I said I needed practice cutting straight? This is one of those times when I should be doing it the right way and not the quick way. So let's find us a roughly straight line. A lot of warpage going on to this, but this will give me a target line at the very least. And before I go too much further, that's going to stay right there. I don't know, you guys can't actually, well, you might be able to see this. I've got this behind here for when I was planing, going that way for keeping the table solid. Not too bad. I veered off a little bit towards the end here. I always, that seems to be my MO, is that I veer off at that end. What I wasn't paying attention to quite so much is the cut going this way. I don't know if you can see, but it's definitely angled pretty good. But you know what? On this next one, we'll try to pay more attention. Alright, so what I do want to do is try to figure out how, see if this other page had the distance or the size of it. Let's go back to here for a minute. Two holes are situated opposite corner of the straight side, with the third hole set in the middle of the curved side. 3 holes form a triangle. Well, that's usually what 3 items do, right? As they form a triangle. Ah, there we go. 40 by 20 centimeters, huh? 40 by 20. 40 by 20. 40 by 20. So this is 18 centimeters. So I'm pretty close. So let's see, I'm looking for 40-ish. And that's going to be the key is ish. 30, 40. Boom. There's my ish. Oh, sorry, you guys are on the other screen, aren't you? So 40 by 20. And if I go back to here now, camera, and back into there, right? Hopefully I'll get the chat back in just a second. Yeah, there we go. So we're going for 40 by 20-ish. This is 18, so about 20, and 30, 40, so boom. That'll be my length on it. And you know what, I got a little knot right there. And I got a bigger knot right there. So you know what I'm gonna do? Is because we're going ish, we're gonna go right to the inside of that knot. And that is the size of this one. This one wasn't made in Lund, this one was made in Nashua. Look at that comment there, Claudia, in just a second. I think that's you. Yep, like the technical term. Yeah, that is definitely the technical term, is ish. You know, where I'm not trying to build an exact replica, and because for all I know, I don't know that those dimensions I was just looking at were the extant example dimensions. I'm not trying to build an exact, and in this case it doesn't, you know, none of these pieces are going to mechanically fit together, need to be an exact dimension, so we're good. Now if I had to cut a second piece, for instance, then instead of measuring another 40, for instance, I would measure from here to here using the first piece that was cut. right to the end. Even though this is the piece here, I'll have to figure out what this means by me, like, towards this very end, always cutting off to the right, although this one I was trying to pay much more attention as far as this direction of it, and I think I did a much better job on that angle. I definitely wish I had the backyard for a little wood fire for some of these extra scraps that just I don't think are gonna end up being used for much. All right, so that is my piece. Feels awfully small, but you know what? I've got a kitchen chair over here that I'm kind of just holding it up to, and yeah, it's actually about the right width at the very least. Obviously, it's not as deep, but hypothetically, bang, yeah, kind of liking it. Alright, so let's get this planed up. Make it a little flatter. Let's see how bad it looks. This is a good spot. Or is that too? So, it's a better spot there. It's right here on the table. Feels like it's the wrong direction. Feels a little bit more correct. I'm tempted to go this way with it, though. No, I don't have enough room. I have to get my other technical tool here, the poking stick, for cleaning out the jaw occasionally, the whatever it's called. This is going to get in my way today. the plane down a little bit. Too much. Laptop on this other end here. I have is it going to help it? I'm just waiting for something to help keep the laptop from moving around too terribly much. And we will go with a clamp. I'll try this at home. Save this for the professionals. Let's see. Find out if that works. There's a rather large dip in the center, but it's starting to pick up here. It's doing a really good job there, and yeah, we just got to keep going. Starting to get this side. See the color changing. This is the top. Definitely doesn't work that way. Howdy, Mr. Brown. Anybody's wondering what I'm making? It's a lot of wood shavings. I noticed just after I said that, Sue just popped on to see how much of a mess I'm making. Which, sweetie, is a lot. I've got this little low spot still going on. Let's see how. Getting much closer, but there's still a good little ways to go. Let's get a little liquid. See, look, Sue, it's your favorite stuff. There. Now we got it. Not bad. Close enough for me. Whew. That is one heck of a workout. Can't go for a walk today, might as well do this, right? I saw somebody's post on one of the woodworking pages about some about making your own plane, and that might, depending on how long this goes for, that might be one of those projects we give it a try. So, make the next reference face this one, and got one that's quote unquote close enough. Am I going the right way on this? Yes, I am. This one should only take a few passes. Whoa. That is why I had that big piece of wood back there. Moving back on that face. Let's go back to this. Making a mess. Making some noise at the very least. Already pretty close. Touch high on the right. 2 passes and we're good. 1 and 2. Sticking with the reference face again. Boom, close enough. All right. Now on to this side. A little high on this side. Out what you wrote here. Not too shabby. A little hefty. Not too bad. That'll work. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, which means number 4. Boy, I can already see some problems with number 4. if I recall, we measure our depth at our shortest, which I believe is going to be that corner there. So we measure our depth at our shortest, right? Boom. There. I think I just moved it just a touch. I did. Alright, so we measure our depth at our shortest. Boom. And we see that we're that far out of square on that side. And we are pretty far out there, which should mean we are pretty far out there, which should line us back up to that corner, which it does. That is the importance of a reference face, because if this side was out of whack, which it is a little bit, but if that side was out of whack, then all of that I just did would be for nothing. And we come back in here and pencils out here. And now I'm just kind of coming in to that scribe line with the pencil a little bit. A little harder to do on this face because of the end grain. But that is how out of square, whether or not you can see that or not, I don't know, but it's got a lot to come off on that side, less so down at this end, but in theory that'll get it level. And I think in this case it's important to try to get it a little bit more level, because of it wanting to be a somewhat level seat, you know? Putting some of those in, some scribe lines in, just so that I can physically see again which corner is the high one. I don't know if this is the right way to plane it, but we're going from there. Getting no bite. I'm getting some bite. I'm getting some bite. That's my good side. So basically, at this point, just planing again up to the line. is indeed lower. I'm also going to see if I had something that I could wedge between these two to use this to kind of really clamp it in there. But alas. Howdy to all that keep moving in and out. Hope y'all are having a great day. Lose a layer here for a minute. This one here should be the bottom. Or this side. I feel like I'm not even getting close, but I know I am. Well, closer. Whew. Yeah, it's sort of making it in there. It's getting there. Still a ways to go. And if this side's not perfect, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. That's a lie, I'll probably worry about it. Get a little bit more tea here. And I am out. Couple of high spots still, and I think we can start tuning it in. pretty close, getting there. A couple of high spots, one right through the center. Still a little high at that end. But I'm hoping by the time I get rid of that, it'll take care of that. But I'm going to say that this will be the last bit that I do tonight on this, and we'll worry about the boring the holes on the next try. Yeah, still a little hefty in the center. Still a little light on those sides. Alright. Well, still a little high on these two there. Good little high spot in there. This is where I'm just using the straight edge portion of it to kind of see I'm pretty level, pretty good this way, a little bit of a lump there. Not bad there, although my line is still, you can really kind of still see it through there, and then up to about there or so. So we'll do a little bit more. There. And then we might end up calling it for the night. Those that did join in, thank you for joining in. It was great hanging out with y'all. So close. Whoops. Think we are calling that as done as we're gonna get. There's a little bit of a dimple in the middle, but to be expected because this side's still a little hefty. So I think we're going to call that as good as she gets. Still a little high up here. I might do a little bit of finishing touches on it. But now I think it's going to be, next step is to figure out how much of this, what arc I'm going to pull off. I don't think I'll pull a straight arc from here. I'll probably come over a little bit and, well, no, maybe it will be. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, y'all, thanks for joining in. Hope you had a great day. I had a wonderful day, and we'll talk to y'all soon. And we won't be right back, but that's what you're gonna get because I haven't made a new end title slide yet.